Greetings and welcome to your peaceful time capsule sleep narrative, my buddy. It's an honor for me to be the voice you hear when you go asleep tonight following the story. My name is Amir. If you want the video to end sooner, the sounds and music will keep playing so they can stay with you a little as you sleep. You may add a timer to YouTube. Just configurable in the settings if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Additionally, make sure to turn off autoplay so that advertisements from future videos won't keep you up at night. Before the story begins, I hope you had a good night's sleep and a lot of relaxation. Make yourself comfortable. Go to sleep. And when you're ready, close your eyes and observe how warm and comfy your body is at rest. Take a natural breath and feel your chest. Get up and you feel the cozy warmth as new calming energy enters your body. And with every breath, you release everything that no longer serves you. You can also feel how much your body relaxes as you let go of all that has burdened you today and give yourself over to your breathing. Savoring the calm and relaxation that may come more quickly or more slowly. Don't push yourself. This is your moment to enjoy the warmth and safety surrounding you. Even if it's only the thankfulness that comes from being here and experiencing the calm. You can also feel thankful for a particular moment that happened to you today. Continue breathing according to your rhythm and allow this good vibes to imagine being in a state of flow, where everything around you vanishes into a gentle mist. As though you are floating weightlessly and gently through the night, well protected. And brimming with lightness, you may just relax and take in the tranquility. You'll notice that your back expands nicely and your muscles become more relaxed. You can also let yourself relax and get deeper with each breath. Just relax. Let go of everything and go to sleep. Sleep story. This evening, we will visit one of the world's most magnificent cities. Johann Pierre John is the first Parisian we encounter this evening. We also meet other folks who work there at night when the rest of us are asleep. Just across the street from the Rodin Museum in the 7th district of Paris, Pierre the baker has a little bakery that has been in the family for he is one of many bakers who have occupied this house above this small bonger for a very long time, and Jean-Pierre is sleeping in Paris 6 nights a week. Awake, Jean-Pierre wakes up in the middle of the night to prepare bread and pastries for the residents of the City of Lights after leaving his sleeping wife. But he is unsuccessful. Challenging, but it's a natural part of his rhythm. As he enters the bathroom, the house's lights are still off, and he gazes out the window at the city that is asleep, where the stars are shining brightly. It's winter in Paris, and the white snow on the ground below sparkles in the starlight. Pierre enjoys standing in the dark with his bare feet feeling the warm ground at this time of day. When it seems like the entire world is his, he looks at the wooden floor and feels grounded. He inhales deeply and exhales again, feeling warm inside. Feel like he feels comfortable on the chilly night outside. He gets dressed, cleans his teeth, and goes down into the small building. His first task is to light the ovens and looks around the kitchen, which hasn't altered much in over 100 years. And every day, without fail, he appreciates the light popping and the reassuring sound of the wood burning. He pulls out some of his pastry that was made the night before and begins rolling it, adding butter as he goes, remembering his mother and father, who are long gone, and the happiness and life they shared in this sacred space. Does this rolling? Motion there is something he enjoys about it. And because he has done it 100 million times before, his arms are powerful. Only someone who truly cares about the procedure, craftsmanship, care, and attention to detail believes that rolling is his morning. Meditation because it allows him to connect with something greater and lose himself in it. He cares about what they do. As Jean-Pierre observes his work over in the Louvre, he soon has formed a large number of little triangles that will be wrapped up and turned into croissants. The museum in the midst of her shift, security guard Marie-Louise sits behind her desk and looks at a collection of television displays that display her views of the museum. She chooses to take a stroll through the seeing empty hallways is actually one of her favorite things to do. Art student Marie-Louise ingeniously secured a position at the Louvre so she could take advantage of all the fantastic, all by herself. She strolls through the magnificent, deserted halls of this magnificent building and feels something like Jean. This house was formerly constructed as a royal residence, and it took 200 years to complete. Pierre claims that the world is hers at this time of night. And occasionally, she loves to act as though the paintings are hers as well. Marie-Louise glances up at everything as she passes through it, including the paintings and the structure itself. The elaborate details and craftsmanship are amazingly. She finally finds her favorite chamber, and sure enough, it's the one with Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, the greatest painting of the Italian Renaissance. It is thought that da Vinci spent many years creating the picture in the early 1500s before bringing it to France, where it became the most famous, visited, written about, and sang about piece of art in the entire globe. Owned by French Premier King Francis I. It has been in the L for more than 200 years, and thus, it is hard to look at because there are so many individuals in front of it. But not this evening, not for Marie-Louise. Marie-Louise is given a private audience with the most well-known people in the world on the majority of her performances. Painting, she had a picture of the painting in her room when she was younger. And occasionally, she finds it hard to believe that she gets to see it in person. Each night, she stands beside the magnificent painting, considering the delicate features of this enigmatic woman. Nobody is certain of the identity of the Mona Lisa or whether she is one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Remain unanswered, she examines the brushstrokes and visualizes the famous artist Da Vinci's hand carefully and diligently working on this exquisite painting. She tries to picture where he may have painted it at, his Florence studio or outside in the country, perhaps. Both, and in some weird way, she feels it was related to Da Vinci. She believes that all people are connected and that this is lovely in and of itself. Marie-Louise gets this idea from looking at while Marie-Louise drives slowly through the snow outside the LOF. She chooses to continue strolling around the magnificent museum despite feeling exhausted and actually drowsy. When there's little traffic on the streets of Paris, Laurel, a cab driver, prefers to work. He likes Marie-Louise and Jean-Pierre, and he appreciates the cozy atmosphere for a short while. He passes the low bow and observes the structure and the great glass pyramid outside, thinking that even though he grew up in a society where everything is his, he has never been inside. After drying along the Great S River in Paris, he briefly opens his window to let in the cold night air and listen to the peaceful river flow outside. Eventually, he reaches L'Île, also known as the Eiffel Tower, where he performs a ceremony every night. He parks the car, passes this well-known figure, gets out, and stares up at what was a highly contentious monument when it was initially built. He adores this tower and gazes at it, admiring its grandeur and size, and the notion comes to him every night. He tells himself that he is fortunate to live here and permits himself to be thankful for his life, his home, the people he loves, and their love for him. Return. He is aware that a lot of people worldwide would like to see the Eiffel Tower just once in their lifetime. Theon, however, is privileged to see it every day. Thus, he returns in the automobile and proceeds to drive across Paris at night. He receives a call to pick up someone at the Ritz who is heading to the airport for a charter deal. An air hostess named Roxanne is on board an airfront. A 380 plane Aslan sets out for Charles de Gaulle with a businessman in the back. Arriving from Los Angeles, Roxanne is exhausted after a long shift and believes that almost all 65 passengers are moving quickly. Dozing off as everyone in first class lies out horizontally, Roxanne is getting ready to land in a few minutes. She has put in a lot of effort tonight. Roxanne never forgets how fortunate she is to be able to travel the world on this big metal bird of the skies. Yesterday, she was in Los Angeles, the city of angels, and tonight, she will be in as she tells the sleeping passengers that they will soon land in Paris, her home, the city of lights. She considers how incredible it is that all of these people, all of their stuff, and this enormous machine can flying high in the sky and going halfway around our lovely planet Earth makes her realize that nothing extraordinary like this exists. Occurs when people don't cooperate. Humanity is at its best when we work together. As Roxanne gets the sleeping passengers ready for landing, the pilots get the fantastic plane to land. And as it lands in Charles de Gaulle, the passengers get from the aircraft. Jean-Pierre pulls out a lovely croissant tray. The nighttime odor permeating Paris's streets is gradually melting into the present. And shortly Jean, when Roxanne, Pierre's first customer, enters the Bory and purchases a croissant for herself. She smiles at Jean-Pierre and Jean-Pierre. With familiarity, Roxanne soon after Roxanne is eating her cant while walking home. Mary Louise enters the room. These two are well acquainted. Buys a pan au chat and Bory when Jean-Pierre sees Mary Louise. He is usually delighted, and she joyfully. Returns to her small apartment at the Republic shortly after. Lurin parks his automobile outside the Bee Laundry, enters, buys a baguette for himself, and then gets in his vehicle and leaves the city to go home. Now, in the suburbs of Paris, Jean-Pierre's wife Brigitte descends the stairs and embraces her husband. Jean-Pierre gives his spouse a kiss on the cheek and heads upstairs, where he changes and prepares for a well-earned nap. He sprawls out in bed and feels incredibly Roxanne is in her small, dark chamber, feeling comfortable and ready to go to sleep, just as Jean-Pierre is closing his eyes. Luron had said hello to his. He is currently lying in his cozy bed with his wife and kids, his head resting on the pillow, ready to enjoy a well-earned nap. Meanwhile, Mary Louise is already sound asleep, dreaming of Da Vinci, Florence, and the Mona Lisa, as well as all of our friends who we follow tonight are getting a good night's sleep. Now is the time for you to do the same. Your body functions music and sleep. You can powerfully and consistently clear your head from my words. Fall asleep and dream that you are safe and protected. When your body recovers, regenerates, and strengthens, everything functions effectively and consistently. And when your mind relaxes, you may allow yourself to relax. Everything is safe and warm, and you feel at ease as you sleep in the middle of the night. Good, maybe your hands or feet tingle, or you feel light or heavy, and it helps you turn off so you can wake up the next day. Renewed and invigorated with newfound drive and fortitude, be receptive to self-healing. Restful sleep and deep unwinding, everything is okay the way it is. Everything calms down, everything lets go, and you sleep soundly. You profoundly, and everything is good. You get a good night's sleep, have a deep dream, and your muscles are you have earned it. And while you may go into a nice slumber, it's warm and comfortable, and everything is fine. The following affirmations are absorbed by your subconscious in dreams. When they drift off to a deep, peaceful sleep, I ease every muscle in my body as they grow. Heavier and warmer, I'm sleeping soundly and deeply, letting my breathing guide me. Deeper, beautiful locales are what I dream about. I let my mind sleep peacefully and profoundly, and my body is fully. I feel calm and secure in my own place. I drift off to a quiet, comfortable sleep, unwinding all of my muscles that get heavier and warmer every second. I'm sleeping soundly and deeply, letting my breath take deeper with me. Beautiful locales are what I dream about. I let my mind sleep peacefully and profoundly, and my body is fully relaxed. My mind is secure in my own space. I drift off to a deep, peaceful sleep, and every second my muscles relax. Getting warmer and more substantial, I'm sleeping easily and deeply, letting my breathing guide me as I dream about stunning locations. My body is totally relaxed. My mind is secure in its own space, and I let my mind sleep sweetly and profoundly. I drift into a serene 4 and take a nap in order to sleep every second I relax my muscles. They get heavier and warmer. I'm sleeping softly and deeply, letting my breath carry me deeper, dreaming of lovely locations and letting my mind drift off to sleep. I go to sleep peacefully and deeply. My body is totally relaxed. My mind is secure in my own space, and I relax every single one of my muscles that get heavier and warmer every second. I'm sleeping soundly and deeply, letting my breath take deeper with me. I dream of gorgeous locations. I let my mind sleep peacefully and profoundly, and my body is fully. I go to sleep peacefully and soundly. My mind is at ease in my own area, and every second my muscles relax and grow. Heavier and warmer, I am getting a good night's sleep. I let my breath come in. Me, deeper, beautiful locales are what I dream about. I let my thoughts rest well, and my physique is sound and fully calm. My thoughts are secure in my own space. I enter a serene and take a break for rest. I unwind with each of my muscles that get bigger every second, warmer and heavier.